You've probably seen supplements labeled CoQ10, but then others will say ubiquinol or ubiquinone. So what's the difference? And are the more expensive ones actually worth it? Let's break it down simply, and by the end, you'll know which form gives the best value and absorption for you and your dog. CoQ10, or coenzyme Q10, is vital for the body's energy production in your cells. It helps make ATP, which is the body's main source of energy and fuel. It protects cell membranes as a powerful antioxidant. Your body makes CoQ10 naturally, but levels steadily drop after your mid-20s until by the age of 80, they fall below 50%. Certain medications like statins can also reduce CoQ10 because they block the same enzyme pathway that makes both cholesterol and CoQ10. There are two main forms of CoQ10. Ubiquinone is the original and more stable form. If your body just says CoQ10, that's the form that you're getting. Ubiquinol is the newer form, and it's often marketed as more absorbable and usually has a higher price. So let's take a look at the pharmacokinetics, or what happens when you take CoQ10 and it's processed and absorbed and used by your body. So let's take an example of a capsule, and let's start with ubiquinol, the newer form. So we'll draw ubiquinol here. Here. So you're going to swallow the capsule, and it's going to go through your stomach. It's going to go through your small intestine. So when it does that, it's going to be oxidized. And when it's oxidized, it's going to be converted into the other CoQ10 form, ubiquinone, largely because of the acidic environment. So ubiquinol is going to become ubiquinone as it goes through the stomach and small intestine. Then it's going to be absorbed by the lymphatic system. And the lymphatic system is going to be converted back into ubiquinol before being absorbed into your bloodstream. So we start with ubiquinol, becomes ubiquinone, becomes ubiquinol again. So we have two conversions, 1 and 2, happening here in the pathway of ubiquinol as it's absorbed by the body. Now, let's do this again, but with ubiquinone, the original form of CoQ10. So we're going to start with ubiquinone. Here, the capsule you're going to swallow, it's going to go down through your stomach and small intestine. Here, in the synthetic environment, it's already in its oxidized form, so it's going to stay as ubiquinone. Then, when it passes through the lymphatic system, before being absorbed into your bloodstream, it will be converted into ubiquinol. So here, we have one conversion happening. So either way, you end up with ubiquinol in circulation. That means the chemical form you start with matters less. So what actually matters? So that's where quality and formulation make all the difference. Raw CoQ10 comes as crystals, which your body can't easily absorb. To fix that, top quality CoQ10 is thermally crystally dispersed. This is a process that breaks those crystals down into very small molecules, and then it's suspended in a carrier oil to help absorption. So let's look at the numbers. When ubiquinone, the original form of CoQ10, isn't crystal dispersed, it's 75% less bioavailable. So let's just draw a really simple little chart here. So we have ubiquinone, the OG, non-dispersed here, okay? So that is going to be, we'll say, this effective, okay? Then we have ubiquinol, the newer form, which can't be crystal dispersed because it's inherently unstable already. But it is roughly twice as bioavailable as non-dispersed ubiquinone. So let's put that here. So we're going to draw this about twice as absorbable. So we're going to say ubiquinol. So we have that here. Okay, great. So in high quality formulations though, ubiquinone that is crystal dispersed comes out on top. Those were about twice as absorbable and bioavailable as ubiquinol. So here we have ubiquinone crystal dispersed here. So this gives you a general understanding of how available these three forms of CoQ10 are going to be in the body. Many studies, at least the ones that I looked at, that claim that ubiquinol absorbs better, were comparing it to these cheap, dry, powdered ubiquinone that was not crystal dispersed and was not in any type of oil-based carrier delivery system. So when you compare high quality CoQ10, the physical state, whether it is crystal dispersed or crystalline, is more important than whether it's labeled ubiquinol or ubiquinone. So I would choose a form of CoQ10 that is crystal dispersed in some sort of carrier oil for best absorption. I wouldn't overpay for ubiquinol or any dry powdered ubiquinone either. It's generally best to split your daily dose of CoQ10 into 2 smaller servings, as your body absorbs CoQ10 better in small amounts. So in the end, it's not about chasing the newest form of CoQ10, it's about getting the best processed CoQ10 that your body or your dog's body can actually absorb and use. If you want to check out a handy spreadsheet I made with different manufacturers' CoQ10 and information on those supplements, go ahead and check the link in the description. If you found this breakdown helpful, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.